Beginner session. Cross-legged, back straight, both the hands on knees, eyes are closed. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let go your face muscles, neck, shoulder, back, and legs. We'll simply bring our attention on our natural breath. In the beginning, you're breathing. As you bring your awareness on breathing, it will start to deepen the breathing. That is, you'll feel the breath in the beginning only in the throat region or nose region, but slowly you'll see that your breathing will be felt even more deeper until your abdomen. And then from there, again back to shallow breathing. But the only difference is that with the awareness, now you have your focus on the breathing. So this is also one of the form of the mindfulness which we talk about. So bringing this attention while you are performing other activity is one of the techniques of Buddhism, where they said that breathing can be used for focus and concentration or meditation, even while you're walking, doing some activity. So it's an excellent way to actually connect to the breathing while you're doing anything in the house. So we'll begin our practice. We'll do one set of Surya Namaskar and then some of the poses, one pose for each chakra. It's not very intensive. It's relatively more towards restorative. But at the same time, when we are doing Surya Namaskar, you can also focus on chakras while we do, and it can also be done slower. So we'll begin. Om Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasyapi Hitam Mukham Tattvam Pushan Apavrano Satyadharmaya Drishtay Om Mitraya Namaha. And we bring both the hands up. Look up towards the ceiling and a little back bend. Make sure that your hips are not coming forward. So you'll have to engage your legs here. Bend only from the waistline. So you'll engage your abdomen, chest. Hands are straight, fingers are straight. As you look towards your hands, there is stretch in the neck. Focus on the neck region or the throat region where you feel the stretch. Enjoy that stretch. Normal breathing. This pose might look simple, or all the poses are relatively not complex in Surya Namaskar, but the real effect you want to bring in is by your awareness. Keep your awareness on the body, on the muscles you're stretching, on the muscles you're letting go. Bring in the joy, either by keeping a smile or simply feeling that joy. Om Raviye Namaha. Now, keeping your arms beside your ears, will slowly bend forward. Let go your whole upper body. Legs are straight, knees are locked. Try to feel that you are strengthening or stretching your legs so that you can relax your upper body even further more. Enjoy that stretch and enjoy that upper body completely relying on the strength of the legs. So we are talking about the Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, and we are at the first paad, that is the Samadhi paad, where Patanjali is giving us an overview of what yoga is, what are the different techniques, what are the obstacles, what does it lead to, and what are the different forms of samadhi. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we'll bring both the hands beside our feet. Right leg goes back, right knees on the floor. We'll come up on your fingertips and we'll look diagonally up. Gaze is towards the center of the eyebrows. Maximum gap between thigh chest, and expand your chest. So the chakras we talk about here in Surya Namaskar is basically the body part which is most influenced or changed, or the region which gets impacted most by that particular pose. So when we are in pranamasana, it is the center of the chest, anahat chakra. When we are raising our hand, it is the throat region. The maximum stretch comes on the throat, so it is the vishuddhi chakra. When we bring our both the hands down, you can obviously feel that stretch in the back, so that's your tailbone region, swadhisthana chakra. When we are here in Ashwasanchalanasana, we are looking gaze upwards. Our focus is in the center of the eyebrows, so it's Agya chakra. And similarly, when we go in plank and Ashtang, it is Manipura chakra, your navel region. Bhujangasana again, Swadhisthana chakra. Parvatasana is throat region. And then rest is again same back. Om Bhanave Namaha. And now we'll bring the left leg back. So our whole body is in one straight line, head, neck, back, and legs all aligned. Let go your face muscles. Focus is on the core. Normal breathing. So we talked about what yoga is. And the main goal of yoga is chitta vritti nirodha, that is to block the modifications happening in the chitta. And yoga is a form of a discipline. And then we went on, Patanjali gave us the 5 ways in which this chitta gets modified: right knowledge, wrong knowledge, imagination, sleep, memory. And then he defines all of them. From there, he moves to giving us technique to do this. And those techniques are practice and vairagya, non-attachment. That he defines it clearly. What does he mean by practice? What does he mean by vairagya? Om Khagaya Namaha. Both the knees on the floor, chest and chin straight towards the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar. So all the details of these we have already gone through. So I'm just skimming through all the part for now in the beginning, and then we'll go in detail of the rest of the part. So from Abhyas, Vairagya and its definition, he moves on to say that there are 4 stages. Once you do the practice and you have reached the stage of where you're able to control the chitta vrittis, you're able to block them all, then we reach a stage where we feel like the videhi, that is the bodiless part, is as if flowing or floating in the nature. That is, the term used is laya. And then only the past impressions remain once the chitta vritti is stopped. And then he talks about the sampragya samadhi, that is the four stages: vitark, vichar, ananda, asmita. He just introduces this here, and then this he's going to explain much more detail later at the end of this paad. Om Pushane Namaha. Now straighten your body, head up, look up towards the ceiling, both the elbows are bent, supporting your back. Relax your back, relax your leg. You'll feel stretch in neck, you'll feel stretch in back. Focus is on tailbone, Bhujangasana. If you want, you can also go in Saral Bhujangasana because we stay here for long. If you feel you cannot stay here for long, you can also bring your palm and forearm on the ground and let there be maximum stretch in the neck. Let there be maximum curve of the spine and let go your legs. From there, Patanjali mentions about other ways the people can also achieve this chitta vritti nirodha by already having some form of strong either shraddha, that is faith, virya, that is some form of will or power, memory, some past memory, samadhi, or pragya, that is already having the wisdom. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. And now middle body goes all the way up. Chin closer to chest, heels pushing towards the ground. Maintain the stretch in the back of the legs. Let the top of the head point towards the ground. Let go your face muscles. Let go your head, neck. At the same time, we'll maintain the stretch in the back of the legs. After this, Patanjali mentions about the another way of achieving the same goal, and that is Ishwar Paranidhan. And then he defines Ishwar. And then he says that the Ishwar is above everything. And Ishwar is also the teacher of the most ancient teachers. He gives him the Ishwar as the highest form. And then he says in the word, the Ishwar is Om, Pranav. And if we repeat this Om, keeping our awareness on or reflecting on the meaning of the Om, then also we can achieve the same goal. Om Marichay Namaha. Both the knees on the floor, right leg in the front. Come up on your fingertips, look diagonally up. And then he says, by repeating the name and reflecting on the meaning, you not only can see the self at the end, but you can also remove all the obstacles. And then he goes on defining the obstacles and the effect of the obstacles. And from there, he mentions about the solution for the obstacles. The solution being focusing on any one object or one technique. Keep following that. And the other is how you behave socially, that is, being friendly with happy, being compassionate to unhappy. Delight in virtuous and disregard the wicked. Om Adityaya Namaha. And now we'll bring left leg in the front, both the feet are together, straighten your legs, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, grab hold of your toe, ankle, whatever is available, maintain that stretch. Focus is on tailbone, our hands, our legs are stretched. You can let go face and neck. Now he has defined the two ways. One is the internal, where we are focusing or concentrating on only one object or one technique. And the other, the way we interact with others. And then from here, he gives more of the techniques where one of them he mentions that you can also focus on breathing. Breathe in and breathe out. That's the mindfulness technique. Then he talks about you can also focus on the subtle objects or subtle senses of perception. And again, this includes your hearing, that is Nada Yoga. It includes touch. It includes sight, like when you can also do the yantra concentration, so with your sight. So all the senses, you can go through the subtle form of senses, concentrating on that. Then the other, he says that you can also focus on the inner light. If you feel an inner light, you can only focus on that inner light. And now let go. Om Savitre Namaha. Now keeping your arms beside your ears, will slowly come up. Look up towards the ceiling and a little back bend. Again, upper body is stretched. There is maximum stretch in the neck. Focus is there. Let go your back. Hastottanasana. Other technique he mentions is about freeing yourself with any form of raga, that is attachment. And that's the path of neti neti, where we say that not this, not this. And then another technique he mentions, which is also mentioned in Upanishad, is by being aware or bringing your attention on the sleep or the dream state. So right now we are not aware of our cognition when we go to sleep. If we can bring our attention, our jnana, and rely on the awareness while we sleep, and we are aware while we are dreaming, that's another form, another technique. Om Arkaya Namaha. Now spread your arms wide. Pranamasana. Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. So that completes our right side. And then Patanjali mentions that you can choose any of these techniques as per your liking. And then he defines all the samadhi, type of samadhis after this. So we'll go through that when we are doing chakras, chakra based poses. We'll do the left side now. Breathe in, both the hands up. Breathe out, both the hands down. Breathe in, left leg back. Breathe out, right leg back. Hold your plank. Hold your breath. Go in Ashtanga. Breathe in, Bhuja. Let go your leg muscles. Breathe out, mountain. Chin closer to chest, heels pushing towards the ground. Breathe in, both the knees on the floor, left leg in the front. Come up on your fingertips, look diagonally up. Breathe out, right leg in the front. Breathe in, both the hands up. Breathe out, Pranamasana. So you can do Surya Namaskar slower as well, because we are going to do chakra based poses. When you're doing slower, if you're doing slower, then you can, it's an excellent way to focus on chakras. Each time you go in each pose, you want to bring your awareness on that chakra region and keep focusing and rotating that awareness. This particular technique of doing Surya Namaskar is an, you can choose this to do whenever you feel that you are quiet in your thoughts, quiet in your mind. This is easier to do. The day you have lot of thoughts or you are in a particular mood, then the faster rounds are more effective. So we'll begin right side, both the hands up, and we'll do by our own. Left side, right side, 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 left side, Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Three more rounds. Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Left side. One more. Right side. Left side. Take your time to finish the rounds. Once done, stay still. There's no movement. Simple observation. The heart rate, blood flow, heat generated. Any changes you can sense in the state of mind, especially especially when you're feeling very low, or when your moods are extreme, or when you feel the negativity to the real extreme. Doing the faster surya namaskar and seeing the change is an very beneficial and very effective technique. So you can use those moments when we go to the other extreme of the negativity, practice one set and see the change. It's a great way to bring your awareness on what swings from that to coming to the middle, and then keep practicing so that you go to the other end, and keeping observation of what changes. And that's all the practice is all about. We are trying to, as much as possible, lessen these changes we feel within ourselves. And the day it is too bad is an excellent way to bring your awareness and to learn to bring those all feelings, those all senses, or how we are treating our own self or reflecting our own, learning the technique to bring it back to normal. So we'll begin with our chakra based poses. The first one will work on the Sahasrahara chakra, that is your crown pose, crown chakra. So we'll do a, normally we do the Ardha Shirshasana, we'll do Ardha Kurmasana today. So we'll sit in Vajrasana, both the feet are bent, your legs are bent and your feet is in V shape and you're sitting between the V shape. Toes are crossed together, back is straight, both the hands on knee. This is Vajrasana. We are going to grab hold of our ankle so that all the fingers are pressed by your ankle here, and your thumb is grabbing hold of your ankle. So all the four fingers are pressed and thumb is above. So we breathe in here, keeping the spine straight. As we breathe out, we'll pull our stomach in, we'll bring our chin to chest, and we are going to bring our head as closer to the ground and as closer to the knee as possible. And then we'll come up so that we will keep the grip on the ankle here. And at the same time, we want to bring our hips perpendicular to the ground. The top of the head is still on the ground. So here the constant pull is by your hands as you keep the grip there. At the same time, we are pushing your hips to come perpendicular to the ground. That creates maximum pressure in the top of the head. And that's what we're working on. It's an excellent pose, Ardha Kurmasana. You can see that again, this one works on pressing the top of the head, and at the same time, it is squeezing the throat region. Again, the thyroid and the pituitary gland, they work together, and the thyroid is in the throat region. The pituitary is near the top of the head. So when we are pressing both, we are activating both those glands. There's also an alternative to the inverted poses, like Shirsasana, Ardha Shirsasana. Complete awareness on the top of the head. And then slowly we'll come back. Exactly the way we went. Keep the chin to chest. Release your head. Sit back. When your head is all the way up, you can release chin to chest. Release your hand. And back to Vajrasana. So we are done with the Sahasrahara chakra. So Sahasrahara chakra is the topmost chakra. And it is said that the somaras, or the bliss which enters in the form of energy, is felt right at this place. If you progress in meditation, you can sometimes sense some energy flowing from the top of the head. And that's what this chakra is about, bringing in bliss and anand. Now the next one is Agya chakra. We'll do the Ardha Matsyasana for Agya chakra. Both the legs are together in front. This one at physical level works on twisting your middle body, and it helps to relieve constipation. And this particular pose should never be done left side first, always do right side first. That's at physical level. But when you go to the final pose, you want to focus on the center of the eyebrows. It also improves your concentration, and you want to, even though you are squeezing your middle body, let the squeezing be there with the pose, but your focus is here. So we'll begin. Right leg goes over left. We'll bring our right feet near left knee, right leg near left knee, and then we bend our left leg. It's up to you whether you want to bend your left leg or you can keep it straight. If you're bending it, you're half sitting on it. Straighten your back. Let your left hand go all the way up. Bring your left elbow towards the right side of your knee, the bent knee, so that you are able to push your knee towards the other side. So now we are squeezing our knee, the right knee towards the left with the help of the elbow. Right hand goes behind. You can either wrap it around your waistline, or the best way is keep your palm just behind your back, trying to keeping your back straight and looking back. So your shoulders are turned back, your head is turned back, your upper body is turned back, but you are at the same time you're pushing your knee towards the left. So there is squeezing in the middle body. Maintain that. Once the squeezing is felt, you're looking back. Focus is in the center of the eyebrows. Focus on breathing, or you can count the breathing if you want, or just simple awareness on the eyebrows, center of the eyebrows. Now, speaking to the Patanjali's techniques, he has mentioned all these techniques. He also talks about the time taken, in the sense, again, very roughly, he says that if a person is very keen and is able to bring in speed in the practice, then the goal can be achieved much faster. And that's where he defines 3 paces: mild, medium, and intense. Depending on the intensity you pick, the pace you pick for the practice, the goal is that near. So if you pick a mild pace, it will take longer time. If you pick intense, the results will be faster, and you will be able to see that you're able to achieve the goal in shorter duration. And now slowly we'll come back. Right hand in the front, left hand is released. We release our leg, and now we'll do the same thing with the other leg. So left leg goes up, comes just beside your right knee, and we will either bend our leg or just keep it straight. If you're bending it, half sit on it. Right hand goes up. We are now left knee towards the right side of your elbow. The other hand goes all the way back. Wrap around your waistline, or just keep it behind your back, so that you're trying to straighten your back and also turn back. Once you feel the squeezing in the middle body, focus is in the center of the eyebrows. Normal breathing. And now Patanjali moves to defining the different stages of Samadhi. He had introduced some part in the Sampragya, that is Vitarka, Vichar, Anand, Asmita. Now he comes back to these 4 stages. So he defines the Vitarka, and then he says there are 2 stages to it: Savitarka, Nirvitarka. So when we are focusing on anything, when he says that you are focusing, concentrating on one object, there are 3 parts to it. One is the Shabd, second is the Artha, and the third is the Jnana. Grahitra, Grahana, Graheshu. And in Savitarka, we have awareness of all these 3 parts. The name, Arth, word, Arth, and Jnana. That is when you're focusing on something, you are able to be aware of the word you are speaking, the meaning of that, and the jnana. And now we'll slowly come back. Left hand in front, right hand is released. We'll release our pose. So that was for Agya Chakra. Now we'll move to the Vishuddhi. So for Vishuddhi, we are going to do Sarvangasana, legs raised. So you can either get the support of the wall, and if you're able to do, then you can keep your legs up by yourself. If not, it is equally beneficial to keep the legs against the wall. We'll bring both the legs up. First, we'll go in Viparita Karani so that we get support of our waistline here. Maintain roughly 45 degrees in the back. Legs are straight. Head and neck is never going up. This is first stage. We want to spend more time in Sarvangasana. So we'll just take a minute here to stay in Viparit Karani Mudra and then move to Sarvangasana. Our goal is to let go our leg, even though we are keeping our legs straight, perpendicular to the ground, as much as possible. Our goal is to let go the muscles so that there is maximum blood flow from the feet region to the middle body. An excellent pose to bring in fresh blood to the leg region, to release the stress of the nerves, the blood nerves, veins and arteries at the leg level. Because we are most of the time sitting or standing, it creates some form of pressure in the arteries and veins which go all the way to the leg region. So it's an excellent way to release that. So the Savitark going to, so the Savitark has the awareness of all the three things, Shabda, Arth and Jnana. And when we move to Nirvitark, that is, we keep practicing, and a stage comes when the name or the word and the meaning, that is the Shabda and the Arth, lose our awareness. And we are only aware of the Jnana, that is Nirvitarka. Now we move to Sarvangasana, whoever can. In Sarvangasana, we are trying to bring our support of our hand even more closer to the upper back as much as possible. So chin touches the chest. Your whole body is straight except for neck, head, and shoulders, elbows. Maintain that. Feel the squeezing in the throat region. Normal breathing. Sarvangasana. We are working on the throat region. Then the next stage. Now you can see that we are still at the gross level here. When we are in the Savitark, we are at the gross level. We are still in the stage where we are aware of the Shabda Artha. So it's still gross. Now the next is Savichara, Nirvichara. That's where Savichara and Nirvichara, they are more to the subtle objects. Now our focus has moved to more subtle. Now, even if you choose any form of technique of concentration, in the beginning, it is at the gross level. Even if you look at a vision, you're looking at the yantra. You can see the pattern, you can see the colors, you can feel the shape of it and all. It is more at gross level that what you are seeing. When you lose that you go to the more subtle form of that vision of what you are seeing. Savichar to nirvichar is going from the subtle, within the subtle, and then losing that subtle aspect as well. Once you start to lose the subtle aspect, you're going towards the infinite, that is undefinable. And now slowly we'll come back. We're going to bring our leg all the way, very slowly, with full awareness, without bringing head or neck above the ground. And we'll immediately move to Matsyasana. So either cross-legged, Ardha Padmasana or Padmasana, whatever works for you. Our goal is to cross our legs here to minimize the blood flow. And then with the help of the elbows, bring your top of the head on the ground. Both the hands on abdomen, let go your shoulders. Focus is on the chest region. We are working on Anahat Chakra, 30 seconds. Now this is an important stage until the Savitarka to Nirvitarka. Savichara to Nirvichara. These two stages, or you can call 4 stages, are called Sabija Samadhi. They come under the category of Sabija because they have some support of something more tangible. Even if it is subtle form, that's still tangible from a Samadhi perspective. And then once you cross Nirvichara, that's when we say that we have come to the other side, the higher plane of connecting with the self. Now we'll release our head, let go your legs. Now we'll sit down. We're going to work on Manipura Chakra. So we'll spread our legs. We'll bend one of the legs, doesn't matter which one is first. We'll bring our right hand and grab hold of our right toe. For that, if you need to bend your leg, that's fine in the beginning. In fact, bending will help you. You can also bend it consciously, even though you are able to straighten it. And let your right elbow lock with your right knee. And then try to straighten it as much as possible. Left hand goes above your head. And if possible, grab hold of your left hand with right. If not, just keep it above your head. You'll feel stretch in the left waistline. Focus on the Manipura Chakra, navel region. Maintain that stretch you feel in middle body. Try to keep your right leg straight as much as possible. If for any reason your right leg cannot go all the way straight, it's absolutely fine as long as you feel the stretch in the middle body. You're doing this pose correctly, so maintain and make sure that you feel the stretch in the middle body. Normal breathing. And now once you're past the Nirvichara Samadhi, then the self shines. Until stage of Sabija Samadhi, there is a chance that you can go back, again, lose your ground of what you have achieved, and you can still go back. But once you are at the other side, you are connected to the self. Then comes the stage of Anand and Asmita, where the bliss, the infinite bliss is felt. It's as if from the domain of the Prakriti, you are in the safe protection of the divine aspect. the Purusha aspect. And now once you're in this stage, it wipes out all the impressions, the past sanskaras. And only the impression of this bliss and the asmita, the I-ness, pure I-ness remains. Now we'll slowly release our hand, release our other hand. We'll do the same thing the other side. Right leg can be bent, left hand grabs hold of left knee. You can engage your left elbow with your left knee here. Straighten it as much as possible. Right hand goes over your head. Try to grab hold of the other hand with your right hand. Maintain the stretch. Feel the middle body stretched. Focuses on the navel region, normal breathing. And then after the Anand and the Asmita, further more practice. And the last stage is even the impression of this Anand and the bliss is gone. And that is Nirbij Samadhi. You are completely one. The you doesn't exist in that case. The I is not at all there. You are completely merged in the object of your concentration. The object and you are completely one. That's the final stage. And that completes our first paad, Samadhi paad. And now slowly we'll come back. Right hand is released, left hand is released. We'll now move on to Swadhisthana Chakra. So both the legs are straight. We are going to do Paschimuttanasana. It's another classical pose. Both legs are together, both the hands are on knees, back is straight. If you want, you can also push your buttocks back here. That will help you to bend better forward. Both the hands go up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, pull your stomach all the way in, bend forward. Grab hold of your toes here. Once you grab hold of your toes, you can again push your middle body all the way back as much as possible. And now breathe in, head is in front, gaze is in front. We are trying to push our shoulders in front. Breathe out, let go. Let your head go all the way down, as closer to the knee as possible. Breathe in, again push in the front. Breathe out, let go. You keep doing it for 2 to 3 times, and then in the final stage, we'll simply let go our head as close to the knee as possible. Focus is on the tailbone region. Maximum stretch of your back. Use that grip to maintain the stretch. Enjoy that stretch. If you have any back pain, do not do this pose, do the back bending poses. Even though this helps to strengthen your back muscles, it is not advisable to be done if you have any back pain, because most of the back pain happens by more of forward bendings, which we do in our day-to-day activities, and less of back bending. So we just need to counter to release that pain.
the counter poses, that is back bending poses. Once you are free of any pain in the back, then you can come to this pose. Now slowly release. We'll come back the way we went, both the hands together, all the way up, and then release your hand. The last pose, that is Bhadrasan. So for Bhadrasan, we'll sit first in Vajrasan. Both the toes are crossed. You're sitting between the V shape of your feet. And then we are going to open our both the knees out, trying to keep the toe as together as possible. Once your knee is all the way out, you can then let your toes go out so that your middle body is now touching the ground. If it doesn't happen that your middle body doesn't touch the ground, that's absolutely fine. Both the hands on knees, back is straight. We'll focus on the body part which is touching the ground, or the middle body here. Muladhara chakra. Normal breathing. The chakra based poses are more of, to some extent, the psychosomatic, has psychosomatic effect, in the sense that we are working on particular body part which impacts a specific area in the brain and a specific thought process. So the Muladhara chakra relates to security, survival instincts. Swadhisthana chakra relates to pleasure, enjoyment aspect. Manipura chakra relates to purpose, how you feel about the purpose of life, having some aim, goal. And then Anahat chakra is how you relate to others. Vishuddhi chakra, your throat region, is how you connect or communicate. And then Agya chakra, the rest of the chakras are beyond, it is beyond the normal range of the senses. And the Agya chakra relates to the intuition aspect. And the Sahasrara chakra relates to the bliss, the Anand, Samadhi, relates to that bliss. Now we'll slowly release our leg. We'll bring both the knee together and then lie on our back. We'll do a quick Shavasana. Both the legs are apart, both the hands are beside the body, palms facing up. Toes are outside, pointing out. I'm going to name different parts of the body. Bring your awareness on that part. Clench those muscles, move that part, and then let go. Bring your awareness on both the toes, both the feet toes, both the feet together. Ankles, calf muscles, knee joint, thigh muscles. You can move your legs, bend them, cross them. Let go both the legs on the ground. Bring your awareness on lower back, middle back, upper back, your whole spine. Both the shoulders, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, palms, and fingers. We'll bend our hands, cross them in the front. Stretch above your head or sideways, and then let go. Both the hands are beside the body, palms facing up. Bring your awareness on neck, chest, stomach, abdomen, upper body, back of your neck, back of your head, top of your head, forehead. eyebrows, eyeballs, nose, cheeks, upper lip, chin, jaw, tongue and teeth. Both the ears together, back of your ears, your throat, your whole face, your whole body. Now we are going to do deep breathings or just natural breathing for roughly 11 count. We'll count from 11 and go all the way to 1. If you lose a count in between, you lose your awareness of the counting. Go back to 11. Then bring your attention on center of the eyebrows. You can repeat your resolve, one thing which you want to achieve very clearly in one sentence. And then move your feet, move your hands, turn to one side and sit. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, Rashri.